Phil Collins, the legendary musician, apparently caught wind of what was happening on set, and sources say he was not happy about it. Honestly, can you blame him? His daughter has worked her entire career to get where she is, and suddenly someone shows up trying to pull rank with a royal title. It's wild. So let's break down what went down, because this story is something else. Earlier this year, around April, reports started circulating that Meghan Markle had been going around Hollywood, meeting directors, basically knocking on doors to get roles. Now we know those reports were accurate because she's officially confirmed a cameo in Close Personal Friends, an Amazon MGM Studios production. It seems like she's pivoting from her Netflix ventures into this Amazon partnership, trying to see if she can establish any real footing in the entertainment industry. Her American Riviera Orchard brand was a complete flop, and her Netflix show with Love Meghan didn't do well either. Netflix isn't renewing it, and she herself admitted it at a women's summit in Washington, D.C., acknowledging that the show didn't have the viewership for a third season, a polite way of saying nobody watched it. Honestly, the show was a waste of Netflix's money. Meghan bragged about how it took 80 people plus herself to film it, yet the final product was underwhelming at best. Many of the activities she showcased were things you might assign to children. There was no need for such a massive crew. Now this new cameo in Close Personal Friends is extremely small. Her team has made it clear. It's minor, barely a blip. And if you think back, that's been the pattern for most of Meghan's acting career. The FedEx girl in Horrible Bosses in 2011? 30 seconds of screen time. Then there's Suits, her most notable role. But honestly, few people outside Canada were watching before her engagement to Harry. Her fame grew after the royal wedding announcement, not because of her acting. Her skills as an actress were never the focus. Minor roles, brief appearances, often without meaningful dialogue. That's been her Hollywood story. And this new cameo is no different. Small, controlled, limited exposure. She films her brief scene and leaves. The drama intensifies when you look at her interaction with Lily Collins on set. Sources indicate their teams wanted to keep this quiet, which of course guarantees it will leak. Meghan has a history of rocky relationships with other women in work and social environments. She's competitive, catty, and often creates tension. On set, everything seemed focused on Lily Collins, who's a legitimate actress with real experience. Snow White, numerous significant films, and a famous family, thanks to her dad, Phil Collins. Everyone naturally attended to Lily's needs, and Meghan reportedly did not handle it well. She was jealous, agitated, and clearly uncomfortable not being the center of attention. In Meghan's mind, being a duchess means everyone should defer to her. Even in Santa Barbara, California, on a movie set, she struggles with playing a secondary role. She consistently wants to dominate the spotlight, just like she did in the royal family. The tension between her and Lily Collins reportedly escalated, and although both their teams are managing public perception, sources hint that a falling out occurred. Damage control is standard. Statements about Meghan being nice, smiling, comfortable, cooperative. All the usual PR spin. Harry is similarly controlling of his public image, but privately, sources suggest Meghan's attitude on set was difficult. Lily felt it, and while she remained professional, Meghan was reportedly confrontational. It echoes how she interacted with Catherine, the Princess of Wales, trying to overshadow, undermine, or assert dominance in every situation. Phil Collins, on learning about the tension and the treatment of his daughter, was reportedly irritated. He has decades of experience in entertainment and has seen every type of diva behavior imaginable. Seeing someone wield a royal title to assert authority on his daughter's film set must have seemed ridiculous to him. Sources say he made it clear he would not tolerate anyone creating obstacles for Lily. Phil Collins is legendary. Decades of hits, massive tours, iconic drumming, achievements that speak for themselves. Unlike Meghan, who is reliant on public perception and her royal brand, his accomplishments are undeniable. Reports suggest He privately reminded Lily to focus on her work and ignore distractions, but he would protect her if the situation escalated. This whole scenario also highlights something else. Meghan's career moves now appear financially motivated. Her ventures haven't succeeded as planned. Sources indicate she may scale back American Riviera Orchard and pivot toward high-end jewelry, aiming to market diamonds and luxury items instead. Media coverage underscores her current status. Articles describe her return to acting as a surprise cameo in a star-studded cast, framing it as a dramatic career shift. Essentially, desperation for visibility and income. Headlines emphasize her small but high-profile role, but in reality, it's more symbolic than substantive. Reports note she's reconnecting with Hollywood after nearly 8 years away. But the reality is, Hollywood did not actively pursue her. She pursued Hollywood. Her star power isn't established, and she's largely relying on notoriety and royal association to regain attention. This cameo in Close Personal Friends is small, but the marketing spin tries to make it seem significant. Sources describe her as playing herself, which aligns with her approach throughout her public life. Control her narrative. Blur the line between persona and reality. Her role is designed to minimize risk. Studios know that excessive involvement could backfire. Being Markled has become a term for projects facing controversy when associated with her. Comedy, in particular, requires humility, timing, and self-awareness, qualities Meghan has struggled to demonstrate. However, if she leans into self-parody, poking fun at her own image, it might work. Still, exposure must be brief. Her brand is polarizing, and excessive screen time could overshadow the production. Her career trajectory is a mix of persistence and reinvention. Despite setbacks, failed brands, unrenewed Netflix shows, she repeatedly returns to the public eye. Actress, duchess, podcaster, influencer. She's tried every path, and now she's back to acting. A field she briefly excelled in, but never dominated. Her motivation seems less about craft and more about visibility. She's not returning to prove she's talented. She's returning to maintain relevance. Control over her narrative remains the driving force. Close Personal Friends isn't just a movie. It's another chapter in the Meghan Markle saga, a project where performance and persona blur, and where the role she's always played, herself, takes center stage. From cameo drama to family interventions, this story has everything: Hollywood politics, jealousy, legacy, ambition, and a touch of royal influence. Sources confirm her involvement, minor as it may be, is meticulously managed by her team to ensure maximum visibility without jeopardizing the production. Every appearance, every press photo, every leaked story contributes to the image she's cultivating. The persistent, influential, self-fashioned public figure. Phil Collins' presence underscores a stark contrast, one based on achievement, legacy, and earned respect, against Meghan's brand, which relies heavily on perception, royal association, and media manipulation. The tension on set between proven talent and a celebrity persona is emblematic of the broader narrative surrounding Meghan. She is always navigating the fine line between reinvention and controversy. Ultimately, this cameo in Close Personal Friends might not revive her career in any substantive way, but it's significant in terms of narrative control. It's her calculated return, her measured exposure, her way of maintaining relevance in Hollywood and global media simultaneously. And while critics may question her abilities, she continues to assert presence, orchestrate attention, and manage perception, the hallmarks of her post-royal career. Whether this move succeeds commercially or culturally remains to be seen, but it's undeniably classic Meghan Markle. Strategic, controversial, and fully centered on herself. In the end, the role she's most interested in playing has always been her own, and this cameo, however small, continues that story.